Hey everybody, DM Jim here, and welcome to a new video series on the Tabletop Engineer. These video series, I like doing them because they allow me to show you more of the work that I'm doing, less editing. And I had a specific request. After the last video series, which was the Goblin Headquarters, I had a few people email me and say, do something sci-fi for your next series. I love that idea. One person in particular told me that they really enjoyed the Thunderhawk knockoff. This. Now, this was really fun to make. It's almost all chipboard, and it's based off the 40K Thunderhawk one. And while it was fun to make, it took a long time. For this video series, I want to do something a little smaller. So I'm going to throw an image up on the screen right now. This is called the Stormwolf. It is a solo pilot attack fighter, if I understand correctly. I'm not a 40K player, so feel free to correct me in the comments below. But here you can see this. This is quite large. The actual length of the Stormwolf, I believe, is 22 centimeters, which is like around 8 inches or so. So it's definitely going to be, maybe a little less than half of this. But again, I'm going to make it out of chipboard, foam, and whatever else I can come up with. There might be some 3D printed parts if I can't find something suitable that looks good enough. So no promises there, but welcome to a new video series. This will be part one of a number of videos. How many? I don't know yet because I'm just starting this. So I'm going to let you watch and work along. Hopefully some of you will want to duplicate this. So I will make the schematic files available that I'm working from. Check the description below to download those. All right, let's get started with the very first step, which is basically getting a set of schematics or working in-scale documents that you can use as templates. Let me take you to my computer and I'll show you how I do it. To start this project, I opened up an application called Pages and dropped in a shape. Now the idea here is I want to draw a shape that is the same width of the wings, tip to tip. Now this is in inches, so I just go in here and I tell the program to use centimeters. And I'm going to resize this rectangle to 18 centimeters, which is I went online and I found the estimated dimensions of this craft, and 18 centimeters was the measurement from wing to wing. Now you really only need one measurement, and I use the wing to wing because you're going to do the side view to scale with the top view. So here what I did was I used a selection window to get a top view. And I'm dragging these the selection windows so it's right to the edges of the left and right wing, the back of the engines, and the nose of the craft. You don't want to leave any spaces, so try to get it as best you can. I pasted this into the document. Now I rotate the image 90 degrees, and now I can see those yellow lines that pop up? I can use those to match them to that blue line and make sure it's the same size. I took a side view of the ship and I did the exact same thing. I used a selection window and dragged the edges to where they touch the maximum size of the ship. And here I'm doing the nose. And then I copy this image. Okay, I copy that one into the same document. I'm going to paste it in here into a new page. And then I'm going to resize it to the left and right yellow lines. See the yellow line? I drag it and enlarge it until it's the exact same length of the top view there. And then I just drag this scaled image down to a second page, and I will use this to make a PDF that I can print out as many copies as I like, and I will now have a 2-scale image. The final step I did was just to get some measurements. I drew another blue rectangle in there, and I just dragged its length from the back of the ship to the front. And then over on the left, I could get the exact dimensions in centimeters. And then I just added a bit of text to remind me in the image what this dimension is. And I also did it for the top view. Now all you have to do is export this to a PDF and you'll have a set of schematics to print out. I'll include these in the description below. Okay, after you have created those 2 scale drawings, just print them out. I have the side view and the top view, and you'll probably end up using a lot of these, so maybe print, half a dozen or more. I will definitely go through them because what I tend to do is I cut them up and I use them as templates for cutting the chipboard. So again, print them as you need them, but don't get rid of the file until you're done with the project. All right, as I mentioned, this is just part 1 of a multi-part series. Now that I have the drawings, my next step is to create the basic shape of the ship in chipboard without all the detail work. So let's get to the next video and I'll show you how I'm going to get started on this.